You are watching 2 Plus U Nevada, and I'm joined by Cheyenne Scholl, the Director of Washoe County Regional Animal Services, with us this afternoon. Cheyenne, thank you for being here today.
My pleasure.
You know, in the past couple days, we have heard that you guys really are at capacity, and that's so hard to wrap our head around. So let's talk about what that means and what's happened in order for us to get to this point.
Sure. You know, capacity ebbs and flows within our shelter system. It's sort of a fluid capacity that happens off and on, depending on what animals need us, depending on cases that we may be working. And so it does occur from time to time. Most recently, we had a couple of cases that we've been working related to neglect and animal cruelty that resulted in high animals coming in from a couple of those cases, which really pushed us over the edge in capacity.
And when that happens, because again, the Washoe County Regional Animal Services is not the adoption portal. You are kind of the intake portal, right? Is that
correct.
The way to describe it? And then from there, they go next door to the Humane Society. Is that kind of the workflow?
It is. Regional Animal Services is the only lost and found government-run shelter in Washoe County. And so one of our primary roles is providing shelter services for lost and found animals, cruelty case, neglect cases, quarantine animals that need sheltering, as well as field services and emergency response and a variety of other services. However, with the partnership with the Humane Society, they provide the adoption services for the most of the animals that are unclaimed from our shelter, and they are co-located on our campus.
And with this, are you at capacity or beyond capacity? Yes, you had these two cases that that's out of your control, right? Those were they hoarding cases? How many animals came from each household?
We had approximately 26 dogs from one house and two dogs from a different house and 2 other dogs from another house and 12 birds that we took in from another case.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Now, legally, we're only allowed in the county to have, 2 or 3 dogs a household?
5 dogs, 7
okay.
cats.
Yes. Okay, 5 dogs, 7 cats. Okay, so that's the limit. When something like this happens, are we also seeing, due to the economy, are people just letting their pets go and opening their doors and saying, bye, Fido, I can't afford you? Are we seeing that?
I think in our particular region, we're seeing a lot of housing crisis issues. And so when it comes to large dogs or dogs in general, people are finding it difficult to find housing that will allow pets, or the pet restriction is so difficult for them to meet that they're not able to keep their pets.
The pet restriction of like a rental.
A rental, an apartment. Sometimes there are size restrictions. Sometimes there are no pets allowed policies. And then, of course, there are costs associated with having pets. Veterinary care is expensive. Pet food is expensive. And it can be challenging for pet owners in our region to keep their pets.
It's just so heartbreaking, because I think of pets like I would rather feed myself than my pet. You know what I mean? And it's just so hard. So if we as a community, what can we do as community members to help animal services right now?
Animal services would love for our community to know that we are on the forefront of being proactive and not reactive when it comes to providing resources to the community to be great pet owners, to also have their pets microchipped. We have a free microchip program. We've had that program in place for 10 plus years. We also give away free pet tags to make sure their dogs are licensed. These are all tools that help us get pets reunified quickly. But when it comes to capacity challenges within the shelter, if we are full, our community patience and understanding goes a long way in helping us to alleviate some of the challenges that we face in trying to get rescue partners to come and transfer some of the animals that are available from us, as well as some of these case animals. We have to hold on to them for sometimes months until the cases are adjudicated, and so it really puts us in a bind.
Okay, so you're at capacity now, and I'm driving down my block, and I see an animal, a dog, running around on the street. Do I call you guys? Will you respond? What do you want us to do right now, especially in this capacity crisis?
Animal Services would love our community to feel empowered, to reunite pets, and to try to work with pet owners to get those animals back home.
Yeah, because you were saying they don't deviate that far from where their front door is.
Exactly. And so 1 in 3 pets will go lost in their lifetime, studies have shown. Most of the time, dogs do not wander more than a mile from home. So if you find an animal that's not in danger or injured, if we can try to make sure that we're contacting individuals in the neighborhood, maybe knock on doors, maybe take an animal to one of our 19 microchip scanning stations that we have throughout Washoe County to see if it has a microchip, and contact that pet owner and get that animal home. But we always do encourage individuals who find an animal to contact Animal Services first. We will help them do a found animal report, which it basically captures the information that's relevant to where the animal was found, the description of the animal. So if someone's missing that animal, they know to look at our place first.
Okay, perfect. So if somebody wants to be a foster parent, especially for these animals that you're going to have to hold on to for months, if somebody finds an animal and needs to get a hold of you, what's the best website, best phone number?
Our phone number is 322-DOGS, easy enough to remember. And for fostering, there is a foster website that we direct people to. That's fosternevada.org. That will help to direct people who are interested in fostering from some of our smaller transfer partners. And then, of course, the larger shelters, such as the Nevada Humane Society, have foster programs. Pet Network up in Incline Village have foster programs that we encourage anyone who's interested and able to adopt, foster, donate. It all supports the mission of Animal Services.
Cheyenne, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
You're watching 2+U Nevada.